So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the newest cards to FIFA 18 Ultimate Team, and that is of course Hero Gylfi Sigurdsson. Now, the eagle-eyed of you will have noticed that on screen isn't the purple hero card, instead it's his one to watch card, which has been upgraded to his hero card stats. Now before we continue, if you went around last night, EA didn't just release Team of the Week, they also released 5 hero cards alongside the Team of the Week, one of which we're doing a video on right now. The other 4 are Messi, Salah, Torres and Waston, and I actually reviewed Salah last night. So yeah, if you fancy it, go check out that video. It is already on the channel. I will leave a link in the description, and also if you press the I button in the top right corner, there'll also be a link to that video there. Anywho, 1 or 2 more things before we properly get into things. Be sure to leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on the player, and also let me know who you want me to review next. And also, you know, as usual, if you could leave a like on the video, that would be awesome too. Right then, let's chat about this Gylfi. As you can see, this card is actually untradeable. I packed him in a 2-player pack, you know, just a few days ago when one to watch cards were still available to be packed. Little did I know that a few days later on, he was going to get a very nice looking upgrade to his stats. Talking of stats, here are the in-game attributes, and there's plenty to love, but there's also some stats that maybe you just won't love as much. So we'll start off with the pace because, you know, that's first. He felt quick at times, but at other times he felt sluggish, so that's something to be a bit aware of. Shooting, I don't really have any complaints for a midfielder. I thought his finishing was absolutely excellent. I liked his power shots, but when taking off shots with Sigurdsson, just be sure to always shoot on his stronger right foot. Passing, I loved it. His through balls were great, and his crossing I thought was outstanding, and I did like his link-up play as well. Dribbling now, and this is something that, to be honest, I wasn't actually that keen on. I felt that his agility in-game really did let him down, and I actually think it's worse in-game than that stat suggests. He just felt a bit heavy on the ball, and that was quite frustrating. Just didn't feel as fluid as other attacking midfielders that I have used. Defensively, well, he's an attacking midfielder, so I wasn't expecting much, but he did put in a few tackles. But due to him in-game liking to shoot forward, I wouldn't really advise using him as a defensive mid or as a centre mid, unless that centre mid is the centre mid in the 4-3-3, where there's the 2 DMs behind him. And finally, physically, I like that he didn't seem to tire. However, I wasn't overly keen on his strength, especially considering he's like 6'1". I actually felt in game he was a lot weaker than I expected him to be, and you do expect, you know, your taller, your bigger midfielders to put up a bit more of a fight, and I didn't feel that Sigurdsson actually did that in game. Speaking of in game, here we go with some in-game clips, and the first one that we're going to talk about is that nice little finish from Sigurdsson. However, one thing I noticed when I was using this guy was at times he seemed hesitant to pull the trigger. Sometimes I'd press pass on shoot and just he wouldn't do it in time. I could see him getting ready and setting up for the shot, but he wouldn't do it when I wanted him to, so I felt that he was a bit slow to react, and that at times, as you can imagine, was a bit frustrating, especially when he's my cam. He's meant to be my playmaker. I want him pulling the strings and pulling them quickly, and at times, like I say, I didn't feel like he did that. So overall, I wasn't too happy with his reactions, but one thing I was happy with was his positioning. I liked that he was always pushing forward, and he was regularly making good central runs, and I do need to point out that I didn't use any player instructions during this review. I hardly ever do, and if I do, I will mention it. So with that in mind, all the runs he made were purely down to Gylfi, so I was pretty happy with the guy's positioning and run-making decisions. So now let's speak about set pieces. Now when I build teams just casually, I always seem to neglect the side by not including a high-level set piece taker. Now if you have this Gylfi Sigurdsson card in your team, that won't be an issue because this card's deliveries are absolutely excellent, and as you saw at the start of the video, he's got the in-game attributes to pretty much take any form of set piece. Now the next clip I've left in on purpose. It's not a great clip, but it's just to show you something which I pointed out earlier, and that's his run making and positioning. As you can see, gives the ball to Welbeck, Welbeck gives it back, and then Sigurdsson once again gives it back to him. But as you can see, he's making continually that great central run. Now if that shot didn't go in, Balassi didn't hit the target, the keeper saved it, Sigurdsson was there in the box to get the rebound, or if it hit the post, he would have been there for the rebound. That is one thing that I liked about having Sigurdsson at cam, that he was always supporting my attackers, which obviously is a huge bonus. Right then, it's summary time. What did I like? What didn't I like? Well, his passing was awesome, and that's the main thing for an attacking midfielder. Long passing, short passing, any form of delivery, I felt he was very good at. And I also liked his finishing too. For a midfielder, that was great. On the negative side of things, I thought his strength and balance combination let him down at times. I did expect more fight from a taller midfielder. I wasn't too keen on the 3-star week for either. I normally like my midfielders or my attacking mids to be 4-star or above. and I also think that his agility let him down a lot at times. So I'm going to give him an 8.1 out of 10, a solid rating for a good looking card. However, I do want to point out that I do favour agile cams when playing. I always have. I like to run with my midfielders, run and dribble at defenders, and that is not one of Gylfi's strengths. So what I'm saying is, if you don't use your attacking midfielders like I do, you might actually have more success with him. Different play styles, of course, are going to yield different results. Anyway guys, those are my thoughts on this brand new Hero Sigurdsson card. I hope you've enjoyed this play review. If you have, please remember to leave a like on it, comment below who I should review next, and apart from that, thanks for watching, and as always, I will catch you in the next one.